Hey everyone, welcome back to The Great Adventure. Hope you've been well. In this video, I was going to share my top 10 favorite photos from 2023. Each of these photos hold a unique story that made it stand out for me, so let's dive right in. Starting out with number 10 on my list, I took this photo on top of Deer Mountain in Rocky Mountain National Park. It was a 3-mile hike with 1,000 feet of elevation gain to the summit. By the time I got to the top, I thought I was going to die up there. There were lots of these little chipmunks running around the summit, and while I was sitting there catching my breath, several of them came up to me, and one almost climbed into my hand. When I was getting ready to head back down, I saw this little guy perched up on a rock with Mount Chapin, Mount Chiquita, and Yipson Mountain in the background. Next up is a photo of the Poet Tree in Hamlintown, Iowa. So I wanted to capture a sunset photo of this tree, and the day I decided to try, it was completely overcast, and for the first 2 hours of the drive, the sun was nowhere to be seen. Finally, when I was getting closer to the destination, the clouds started to break up, and the sun came out, which made for some really nice hues of orange and purple. The tree is decorated by the Poet bioprocessing plant every year and currently has about 80,000 lights. At number 8, we have this photo of a bison at Badlands National Park. I captured this photo in February on a trip back from Nebraska. I got there late afternoon and was driving along the rim road near Pinnacle's entrance when about 6 or 7 bison were blocking the road and grazing alongside it. This one in particular was about 100 feet from the vehicle, and I was able to capture this from the window. This next photo was taken back in May as I was driving around the countryside taking photos of spring field work. As the sun was setting, I stopped and captured this silhouette of a distant farm. I entered this photo in the Iowa State Fair Photography Salon, and it was one of the 2 photographs that got selected to be shown out of the 4 that I entered. Number 6 is another photo I captured at Rocky Mountain National Park back in May, taken at Sprague Lake. This moose was just standing in the middle of the lake eating. As I walked around the lake, I was able to get a side shot of the moose with Otis Peak, Hallett Peak, and Flat Top Mountain in the background. Number 5 is one of the first photos I captured at Grand Teton National Park, taken along a turnout along Jenny Lake Road right off of Teton Park Road. I just love the way that the light was casting a warm glow on the right side of the mountain peaks. You have Tewanot Mountain on the left, the Grand Teton in the middle, and Mount Owen on the right. Number 4, another one from Grand Teton National Park. This one was taken at Jenny Lake Overlook. The sunset on this night was absolutely gorgeous and just exploded with color. The view across the lake was just incredible and so peaceful. Number 3, also at Grand Teton National Park at Jackson Lake. This was taken from the Jackson Lake Dam looking towards Mount Moran. This was another night that the sunset just exploded with color. I sat at this location for a good hour waiting for something to happen, and just as I was about to pack up thinking that the light was gone, it just lit up with streaks of orange all across the sky, which made for this nice reflection on Jackson Lake. So number 2 is a photo that I didn't think was possible until back in March. I heard that the Northern Lights might be visible from Iowa. Later on that week, I saw people posting photos of the Northern Lights in this Iowa photography page from northern Iowa. So I decided to hit the road and drive as far north as I could at 9 o'clock at night. After driving for about 3 hours, I wasn't seeing anything, so I stopped on this gravel road along a barn and some farm equipment and took a couple pictures with my camera to see if it was picking up anything. And with the camera, I was actually able to capture the green lights of the Northern Lights. So took some photos and I drove back home. As I got closer to home, I kept stopping to see just how far south I could get before my camera wasn't picking anything up. And last place I stopped was about 20 minutes from home, and I was still able to pick things up. So anyway, about a month later, I heard that the aurora activity was going to be high again. I was driving home from Branson. It was about midnight, and within 1 mile of my house, I looked to the north, and I just saw all kinds of lights dancing in the sky. So I drove past my house to a farm down the road and captured this image. I never knew it was possible to see the Northern Lights from Iowa, and this time I was able to see the light dancing in the sky without the camera. I entered this photo in the Iowa State Fair Photography Salon, and it received an honorable mention award. I just love this photo because it's probably not one that I'll ever get to capture again. Finally, my absolute favorite photo from 2023, a shot of one of the most photographed barns in the United States. The John Moulton Barn with Grand Teton in the background. I meant to get up super early to go take this photo and make sure I was there before sunrise, but I ended up sleeping a bit later than I wanted. I still got there fairly early, but I think I missed the best part of the morning light. Regardless, I'm still super happy with this photo, and it's by far my favorite from this trip. And there you have it, my top 10 favorite photos from 2023. I'd love to hear which one is your favorite, so drop a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more photography adventures. Until next time, keep chasing that perfect shot, and I will see you in the next video.